Hello, Teller County. I'm Tommy Allen with the Teller County Sheriff's Office Public Information Section. And it appears that it's a pretty good time to have a conversation about winter driving. The first and maybe most important consideration for winter driving is determining if you really need to be out there driving in the snowy conditions. If it's something that can be put off until conditions improve, then put it off until conditions improve. A little planning can also go a long way when it comes to winter driving. Even on routes that you drive often, a little forethought increases your chances for an incident-free arrival. Check the weather and the road conditions and plan your departure time to allow for an increase in travel time. If you're going to somewhere you wouldn't normally go, familiarize yourself with the route. In addition to understanding the directions you must follow, you could look at planning a route with a minimum of twists and turns and hills. And before you head out, let someone know where you're going and the route you're taking to get there. Then check in with them when you arrive. Next, don't do anything that impairs you and then drive. Drinking, smoking marijuana, whatever. If you drink and drive or smoke weed and drive, you reduce your ability to make rational decisions and your reaction times get longer. And winter conditions make it more likely you'll hurt or kill yourself or someone else. So please don't drink or smoke marijuana and drive, really at any time. A lot of things change when the temperatures drop and the snow and ice start collecting on the roads and highways. Of course, the roadway itself changes significantly, offering less traction, making it harder to control or stop your vehicle. But your car also changes. Tire pressures may be reduced in the colder temperatures, and you may find that your windshield wipers are less effective. You'll also find that traffic patterns change with cars moving slower and being less willing to pass one another. During winter driving, don't get impatient as aggressive driving becomes a lot more dangerous. If you have to get on the road, plan ahead and leave a little earlier. While you're driving, you'll want to increase your following distance. You may have Olympic levels of speed in your reaction times, but your car probably won't be able to keep up. The last thing you want to do is get into a slide because you suddenly found yourself needing to brake hard or turn sharply. Once you break traction, it can pretty much be a crapshoot where you end up. And something people like me with off-road vehicles need to remember, off-road tires, especially mud tires, aren't necessarily good in the snow. While they're made to eject mud and dirt, they lack the design features like siping, those little slits in the tread, that allow for better grip in those conditions. They're also typically made up of a compound that doesn't stay flexible in cold temperatures, and harder tires mean less grip. Now, while you're on the road, you'll most likely find yourself behind a snowplow. The county snowplows are big, cumbersome vehicles that travel slowly, make wide turns, stop often, overlap lanes, and exit the road frequently. So if you find yourself behind one, give it plenty of room. Also, be careful passing a snowplow. If you do pass one, remember that the driver may not necessarily be able to see your relatively small vehicle. Without taking your attention off the road in front of you, remain cognizant of the plow's position and actions as you go by. Also, driving through the snowy airborne material being ejected by the plow really isn't recommended, because in that material there may also be rocks and other debris. And finally, if you find yourself out driving in winter conditions, slow down. Remember that the speed limit sign is the maximum speed for normal conditions. As a driver, you're expected to evaluate the road and the weather and slow down accordingly. That is the best way for you to stay safe and arrive at your destination without incident. And really, that's what we at the Sheriff's Office want. We want you and the others on the road with you to arrive where you're going safely. I'd also like to invite you to have a look at our video on building a winter vehicle safety kit. I'll put a link in this episode's notes. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Stay safe out there.